Hey guys, it's been a while since I haven't done a video for YouTube with this COVID situation and the lockdown. I got COVID, but that's going to be a different video altogether. I'm not going to get into that. It was a bad experience, but at some point I'll probably make a video on that as well. But since I had so much time, I did a lot of research, I read a lot of studies, because my interest is always how the body burns fat and how you get the best performance out of your routine, and that they're the kind of things that are very interesting to me. So for today I was actually thinking to talk about how the body burns fat, because I watched a lot of videos and like I said, read some articles, and there's two ways for the body to burn fat: aerobic and anaerobic. So I was just looking at the people saying, okay, you burn more fat if you're walking or jogging as opposed to really intense workout. And it kind of, first maybe kind of doesn't make sense, but then you kind of realize, yes, it makes sense. So when you walk or jog, your oxygen intake is much better. So you burn more fat, more oxygen into your body, you burn more fat because you're doing moderate movement. When you do intense workouts where you're muffing and puffing, for example, in the intense workouts you burn carbohydrates. So you eat a lot of carbohydrates, you're going to have very explosive, very intense workout. Body's going to utilize the carbohydrates and not so much the fats. When you're eating lots of carbs and you want to go for a jog just because you feel guilty that you had so much food and so many carbs, you're probably better off to do an intense workout. I was listening to these videos and I was reading these articles and I was actually thinking, how did I lose so much weight? Because I was overweight myself a few years ago, and all I could think was like, let's just get back being on shape. So I was actually thinking, what was the best routine? Like, what was the routine that I was doing, or what was I eating that made me kind of lose weight? To be honest, at that time in the beginning, I just didn't really follow. I was listening to things and I was reading things, articles and studies and stuff, but I wasn't really, like, at the very, very beginning, I was just saying, let's just go out there, work out, burn more calories. At that time, I was fixated on calories. And that way, hopefully, I'll lose weight. And of course, that's the right thing to do. My training was quite, it wasn't very intense, but it was in between, moderate and intense. But I was doing it every day. So I was doing, let's say, I was doing pull-ups, dips, mountain climbers, planks, a bit of jog. Because I used to train outside in the park, so I used to jog to the park for like a mile, do my workout and then jog back. So it'd be like 2 miles every day, plus the pull-ups, push-ups, squats obviously, and mountain climbers. So what I was doing, I wasn't really taking a lot of break while I was doing this. It was quite moderate, but at the same time intense-ish, let's call it. But it wasn't for long. It was probably 20 minutes to half an hour at the very start. So for a while, after a few weeks, I started to see quite of a difference in my body shape, and then I carried on with this. But what happened was my body kind of got adapted. So I didn't really, after a while, I didn't get any lighter than that. So I was actually thinking, how do you get lighter than that? And so I kind of came up with a different kind of routine and different diet, let's say. So now to really get to the point on what's better to burn fat, walking or intense workouts. Now, here's what I discovered. People tell you walking and jogging will burn more fat. And then, so you go, okay, that's great to hear for people that don't work out, because it kind of motivates them. Okay, as easy as walking and jogging will burn fat. The thing is, intense workout might not burn fat at that moment in time, but with an intense workout, you burn fat afterwards. So both of these routines burn fat, and I believe the intense one might burn a little bit more. Not on that moment in time, but afterwards. So you kind of decide which one will work for you. An intense workout might not need to be more than 15 to 20 minutes. A moderate, you might have to stay over an hour to do your jogging, do your workout, and so you can cover. But afterwards, your heart, you're more adapted to a moderate workout than you would be adapted to an intense workout. You do an intense workout and you're dead. So again, you can't do intense workouts every day. So because I constantly go back to how I did it. I'm constantly analyzing what I did, when did I lose fat, when did I build some muscle. So in my opinion is you can't do intense workouts all the time, but you do an intense workout on one day, maybe a rest or a moderate in the next day. And listen to your body. If you recovered enough, maybe the third day you go for another intense workout, or maybe keep it in between. Maybe and then after that you can recover, you can rest and recover, and then after that you can do another maybe moderate or intense. But what I do, I probably do a moderate, and then the other day I will do a very intense. I challenge myself, let's say like a fast park run or sprints that I want to challenge my personal best record. So you don't do that every day, but you can do that once a week, or once every 2 weeks, or once every other week. So I'll tell you what, exercising doesn't matter what, it's gonna get you in shape, and you're gonna burn fat no matter what, whether you're walking or jogging or doing intense workouts. The difference is, what you want performance, you gotta do some intensity there, and then you gotta step down, maybe do a moderate the next day. But both of these are really good. What happens is, like, if you're thinking we all walk and probably jog every day or so, and you're thinking I haven't lost much body fat, or I haven't lost much weight. Now in the beginning you do, and then you adapt, you plateau, and that's exactly what happens. But you need to switch. When you adapt, you need to switch. You need to switch something. You need to switch diet. You need to switch the workout. So you always need to switch. That's my video. That's my intake on when the body burns fat, what type of routine, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.